Let's meet the central character, George Meyers. George Meyers' life will never be the same. This seven-figure compensated college dropout is leading a charmed life. This executive vice president of Cleveland Diversified Inc., CDI, a mergers and acquisition conglomerate headquartered in downtown Los Angeles, oversees both its national and international operations. This darling of the stockholder uses high-level deal-making to feed his insatiable appetite for all of life's risks and rewards. George lives life to the hilt. Intense would be a mild word to describe his competitive drive. He's gifted with a flawless memory, the exceptional ability to retain details, and a high level of intuition, attributes which allow him to solve problems as quickly as they arise and to create solutions while others are still in the mulling stages. Reticent, George is not. A bachelor and an owner of a fully staffed West Los Angeles estate, his expensive taste and eclectic interests make this modern-day Renaissance man more than adequate company. His female companions understand this and accept his five-finger philosophy. We'll explain that to you later. As a prerequisite for any relationship. As with most would-be icons, George the Mortal is George the Flawed. A fiery temper coupled with unexplained bouts of moodiness on occasion wreak havoc on his seemingly successful soul. The man, both envied and admired by his competitors, co-workers, and companions. This man, the oldest offspring of proud blue-collar parents, has been feeling strange lately. Very strange. It's the same strange feeling he gets when he reviews an acquisition candidate for which all the relevant information is supposedly provided, and yet something understated, overstated, or unstated is missing to make this a successful venture. And until that something is satisfied, the odd and unexplained feelings remain. After a little over 4 hours of sleep, morning arrives and George awakens with the same apprehension of the previous day. His morning activities are a well-rehearsed routine. While his personal chef prepares his seafood breakfast, George enters his home office, turns on the 24-hour business channel, and starts to read the Wall Street Journal, one of 3 papers he reads 5 days a week. The others are the Los Angeles Times and USA Today. He also watches the local news and then the national news, but always in that order. He consumes his breakfast and the journal simultaneously. He showers, shaves, grooms, then dresses in one of his custom-made business outfits laid out the night before by his valet. He gathers an assortment of documents into his expensive but well-worn briefcase, picks up his newspapers, and meets his drivers at the top of the circular driveway. And he's off into the darkness of the early morning. From his mobile office, a converted Mercedes limousine, George calls the one person that he always calls when he feels this way, John Cornwell, CDI's Chief Financial Officer. A groggy Cornwell agrees to meet him at the office by 6 o'clock, giving George 2 hours to do what he does best, and that is think. And think he does. He thinks about his weekend adventure that led to the discovery of the old Cleveland steel plant. Someone wanted him to visit that site, but why? What was he meant to see? Oh well, George muses, the players in this play will have to reveal themselves sooner or later, and he would prefer sooner. A post-it note attached to his mobile office computer monitor catches his attention. It simply says, umbrella. George smiles. Later that week, he will travel to Cancun for a closing on a condominium development site, and while there, he plans to get in some fishing. The people provide excellent service, but they always forget his umbrella. He always jokingly reminds them that his tan is as good as it's going to get, and contrary to popular opinion, most black folks don't like heat. As the vehicle glides down the almost vacant freeway toward the partially illuminated towers of downtown Los Angeles, George thinks, reads, and listens. He thinks about his feeling, with all the possible solutions that could go with it. He reads the LA Times, and he listens to Nat King Cole sing An Orange Colored Sky. Flash, Bam, alakazam. The driver negotiates the final off-ramp and turns into the underground parking structure, which rises above the kingdom of CDI, all 20 stories.